Alright, this is 5.4, 8th grade math, page 247 in your book. So, some new vocabulary that we haven't done yet this chapter because there's been some that's been duplicated. Reciprocal. Reciprocal is when you take a fraction and you, actually it's two fractions that equal 1. So what it is a fraction like, I always lose my pen, a fraction like 1/2. Its reciprocal is you flip it over. And whenever you multiply reciprocals and the number and its reciprocal, that's 2/2, you always get 1. So let's try 3/4. The reciprocal of 3/4 would be 4/3, and if you multiplied that, it would be 12/12, which is equal to 1. Okay, so reciprocal is a number that when multiplied with its the regular fraction is always equal to 1. It's a fraction that you flip over. Okay, the multiplicative inverse, where this is page 247. Reciprocals are also called inverse, the inverses of each other, because they equal 1. Multiplicative inverses always come out to equal 1, and that's also what a reciprocal is. So when you divide fractions, it says to divide a fraction, you multiply by its reciprocal. So here's an example. Here's our key concept. 3/10 divided by 4/7. So you're writing all of this right here. Okay? 3/10 divided by 4/7. So what you do, the first fraction stays the same, so you leave that alone. You change the division sign to a multiplication sign, and you take the reciprocal of the second fraction, and then you just multiply. 21/40. That's your answer. Algebraically, A over B divided by C over D. Okay, first fraction stays the same. Change to multiplication, flip the second fraction over. A times D over B times C. And then it's done. So let's do some, and it will make sense as we go. So dividing fraction by a fraction, you just, first off they have to be in fraction form. So these have fractions, a numerator and a denominator. First fraction stays the same. You change the sign to multiplication and you take the reciprocal of the second fraction. I see I can cancel out a 5 and the 5 once. 5 goes into 10 twice. What can go into 3 can go into 6 twice, and 3 can go into 21 7 times. So I get 7/4, which is 1 3/4. Let's see if that's what they get. Yep. So again, first fraction stays the same, 9/14. Change to multiplication, flip the second fraction over. Doesn't really matter where the negative goes. We know the answer is negative because there's only one negative. 7 goes into 7 once, 7 goes into 14 twice. -9/4, or -2 1/4. There we go. Example number 2. Divide by a whole number. The first thing you do is make sure everything is fractions. So I'm going to make that whole number a fraction by putting 3/1. Now I have two fractions. First fraction stays the same. Change this to multiplication. Take the reciprocal of the second one. Cancel the 3 and the 6. And I get 2/13. And there's my 2/13. So here's our guided practice for the first couple of examples here. It says 5/8, first fraction stays the same. Change to multiplication, flip the second one over. I can take a 2 goes into 8 4 times, 2 goes into 10 5 times. So it's going to be -25/28. And then it's done. Yep. So make 8 a fraction, 8/1. And then just do the steps. First fraction stays the same. Change this to multiplication, flip this one over. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 8 4 times, 1/60, 1/60th. Again, first fraction stays the same. Change the multiplication, flip this one over. 2 negatives make a positive. 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 12 3 times. 9/7. 1 and 2/7. Yep. Again, 2 over 1. First fraction stays the same. Change the multiplication, flip it over. Cancel out a 2 in those. 3/7. Okay, now dividing mixed numbers, just like multiplying with mixed numbers, we can't do anything with them until we make them improper fractions. So that's what that fraction form, you can only have a numerator and a denominator. So the first thing you need to do is change these. So that's going to be 6 times 3 is 18 plus 1, so 19/3. And I'm going to keep the division sign until I get them fractions. So it's going to be -12 plus 5, 17/6. Now that I have them as fractions, the first one stays the same, change it to multiplication, flip the second one over. I know it's going to be negative because there's one negative. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times 19 is 38/17. And let's see, -2, that'd be 34. -2 and 4/17. So there they write them as improper fractions. There they do the flipping, taking the reciprocal of that second one. And then they're going to end up with the same thing we had. Okay? So find the quotient, simplify if possible. Let's make these fractions first. So 44/7 divided by 4/1. Now I'm just getting them in fractions so I can get it ready to divide. So first fraction stays the same, change it to multiplication, flip this one over. 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 44 11 times, so it's going to be 11/7, which is 1 and 4/7. Again, let's see, negative, that'd be 48 plus 1, 49/4 divided by 7/1. First fraction stays the same. Change the multiplication, take the reciprocal of the second fraction. Negative and a positive make a negative. 7 goes into 7 once, 7 goes into 49 7 times, so it's 7/4, -1 and 3/4. This is 10/1 divided by 10/3. First fraction stays the same, change the multiplication, flip it over, 10s cancel, 3/1, which is 3. Ooh, these are big. 463, -63/4. 16, -21/8. Okay, so first fraction stays the same. Change the multiplication. Flip this one over. Oh, good, they cancel. 21 goes into 21 once. 21 goes into 63 3 times. 4 goes into 4 once. 4 goes into 8 2 times. 2 negatives make a positive. 6/1, which is just 6. That's a lot to just get 6, wasn't it? Okay, sorry, my mom's phone's ringing. And I think that's her calling to tell me that she's going to be coming home. So I will wait, and we're almost done here. Example number 4. You take 16 of the 24 pictures of a roll of film on your first day of vacation. At this rate, how many days will 4 rolls of film last? 16 out of 24 pictures. So you can write that as a fraction. Okay, how many days will the 4 of a roll, you take 16 to 24 pictures of a roll of film on your first day. How many days will the 4 rolls of film last? So I think we need to divide that by 4. I think. divide it, let me see what the example does. My mom's calling me on my cell phone now. So 16 of the 24 pictures of roll of film on your first day. So you have 4 rolls of film. Okay? You're going to use 16 24ths on the first day. So how many 16 24ths are in 4? So it's 4 divided by 16 24ths. So 4 over 1. First fraction stays the same. Flip it over 4. And 24 goes into 4 6. So your film can last for 6 days. And they may have done it a little different, but I think it's right. 4 rolls of film. Let's see what they get. Yep, they did. Yay, I got it right. What if you take 20 of 24? How many will the 5? So 5 rolls of film divided by 20 out of 24. So first fraction stays the same. Flip it over. That one's 6 days also. There we go. Okay, so a lot of dividing. Remember, you have to make sure they're fractions. Make sure that you flip them over on that second one. And just multiply, and always be careful of the signs and simplify. See ya.